Hi, welcome to HowtoDandD. My name's Frederick Weller and today I want to talk about making a really quick adventure. The method and format for actually creating a very quick adventure I have taken from Chris Perkins. He has some very good ideas and I have been using this for well over a year, maybe longer. The first thing is I limit myself to one A4 page, literally one piece of paper, that is it. Keep it a very simple adventure, keep it in note form, don't try to actually write a published adventure. So the very first thing is I actually create a title. In this case, this particular example is the 7 Fists of Fury, which is based off the 7 Samurai or the Magnificent 7 if you've seen that western. Straight after that I create my summary or an adventure hook, and it's usually no more than one paragraph. That summary paragraph pretty much just tells me what happened last time. The summary for this particular adventure that I have written is very short. A monk who has fallen on hard times and is sick of the Council of 12 answers the village's request for protection. He gathers 6 other monks to help him. That's it. Next I make a list of about 5 NPCs that will be key to the adventure, and I will write down their name and a description of them, how their personality operates and a motivation, and it's usually no more than one line. So an example would be, I've got here Beto is the monk abbot. He has a long white beard, he's wise, he's old, and he suggests rebellion to the adventurers or the monks involved in this particular adventure. Next I list 5 locations. Usually 5 locations is enough, but if you want to have more you can, or less, it's up to you. And those locations will have a description, what treasure or monster might be lurking in that location, but generally it's just a description. So an example would be the bandit hideout. It is a canyon, it's in a mountainous area, there's scrub, and there are wooden shacks that they are hiding in. The very last part of my adventure would be the encounters, and usually I would list them. I will have anywhere from 4 to 6 different encounters, things that I think will likely take place during the adventure. That might be a battle, that might be a social interaction, it could be a trap, it might be some sort of skill challenge, it might be a task they have to perform, it might simply just be travel that they have to perform, getting from one location to another. And in there I would tell myself what monster I'm going to use, or creature, or what villain, where to find it on what page. I have the DC or difficulty class for any skill checks that are required. I will have motivations for or key things that the players might actually have to do, and this usually takes up about 1/3 of my page. If you have a map that you want to include with your adventure, that would be like an additional page. I would just chuck that on the back of my A4 size paper. So some examples of encounters that I might actually create for an adventure. From this particular example, the Fists of Fury that I've written, the monks have a training day. I have a DC set up for them to climb stone steps, making athletics and acrobatics checks for a variety of tasks that I might set them. I have a section on them basically having a discussion with a priest. I have another section here on them coming across and meeting a warlord. There is another section here on actually training the villagers of Frogget to actually use kung fu and martial arts and fighting skills to actually fight the bandits. I have another section here on setting up the village defences, and I've set the DCs for them to actually do that. I have a fight near the end. I've listed sort of what they will be fighting and how many. This is honestly how I write my adventures. It's one page. There's nothing else there. I don't do any more. I've tried to do pages and pages for adventures and it's never worked. I never seem to use it. It gets lost. It winds up being too much information. The rest I just make up as I go. Look, I hope this was helpful to you. I don't know that it necessarily will be, but this is how I do it. I know Chris Perkins does something very similar. I know that other dungeon masters do this too. So if you found this video helpful or informative, share, like and subscribe. Make a comment below if you do anything differently. Maybe you write your adventures and maybe they're a little bit longer. Maybe you have something else that you do. I know a lot of people use card stock. little cards to actually write notes on. I hope you like this video. Till next time, keep rolling those 20s.